Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is May 16, 2025, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the Russell 2000, that's IWM, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. No trade recommendations here, guys. Just me viewing the market in my opinion of what I see from my seat and all. Let's just go ahead and minimize this and maximize this quarterly chart and see what I see here and all. The market did kind of like what I expected to do and all, but on the Russell is still one of those, it's the big boat, it's the ship, it's not the speedboat. It's taking its time. It ran into that's on this quarterly chart, we can see it ran into a little zone that I've had set up and trying to get back across that area right there and all. So we got to kind of like see if it can, and it's still below pivot. That's the other thing. This is the little zone here. You can see this little area where I got these dashed lines. I do expect it to get across there, but then we're going to be fighting, trying to get back above pivot on this one right here. It is looking very bullish at this time, so everything is still looking good to the long side at this time. No trade recommendation there, though. All right, let's go ahead and go down to the monthly chart and see what we see there. Clear all that up, zoom in a little bit here, zoom, 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 zoom. And we can see that we had a double top here, pretty much that's from years back. And that's why, but right now, the Russell, this is our 9-10 moving average right here, this blue line. And as we can see, we're still below that. So technically with the Russell, we are still in a bear market but we are having this is kind of like a morning star that's being formed, this little candle pattern right here. So we're looking for a confirmation candle and that confirmation candle may get us above that 9-10 moving average and get us back into that bull market, technically into that bull market. But based on this pattern that we're seeing, this is a very bullish looking pattern, and this is what we would be expecting next. But anything can happen. There's no guarantee and stuff. Like I said, no trade recommendation. Just based on what I'm seeing on the charts, that's what can happen here. We are back above pivot at this time. That's this white line here that you can barely see. Being above that is also a sign that this thing is getting back bullish. When you're above pivot, you expect the market to be a little bit more bullish than bearish. When it's below pivot, you expect it to be a little bit more bearish than bullish So you got to kind of like this. Let's wait and see what happens here with the Russell. But let's go ahead and go down to the weekly chart and see what we see there. Zoom, 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 zoom in here a little bit, where you can see this. This is where we actually got the gap up. We created this gap here in the market. The news that came in Monday night, the deal that was made in Sweden with the Chinese and stuff created this gap. But the market kind of like pulled back a little bit and pushed back up, and we finished with a green hammer in our zone that we have here, and we actually are above pivot, so I do expect us to stay above pivot. We gotten above R1 on this gap up, so I do kind of see, can we make it to an R2 level? This is I'm saying R2, and this down here is an R1. So let's see what happens here and see if this thing can continue to move to the upside But that's what I see there. So go ahead and go down to the daily noise and wrap this on up. On the daily noise, zoom, 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 zoom in here. This is all we really need to see here. The thing is that we can see that we stopped here, and that's why this zone is here, and that's where we're at right now. This gap up, and again, as you can see, the Russell didn't do too much this week. Like some of the other indexes. Some of the other indexes slowly trended up. The Russell kind of like fought in this area. Again, you got the supply over here that was still probably trying to say, okay, it's time. We need to be getting out of that position. Whoa, all the crazy noise they started making when that short squeeze starts happening But that's where we're at right now. But that's pretty much it. I do see us. We at this top. The thing is, we're gonna need to get above there come next week. This is our pivot for next week. I do see us opening above that. And again, as you can see, since the market was tight this week, our pivots are kind of tight to come next week. But it look like we can, if we get to an R1 level, we will get above this area, and we can still look for this market to be going higher here on the Russell. And that's all I really have to share. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next week. My little candle thing messed up. And I'll have a good one. Right Side Trader here. Talk to you later. Bye.